Hello, I'm Robert Donahue from the Environmental Learning Research Centre at Rhodes University. And in this online seminar on evaluation, I've entitled it Evaluation as Learning Together for a Just Transition to More Sustainable Patterns of Consumption and Production. Now, the critical focus in the seminar is that by the turn of the century, evaluation had become an institutional practice of accountability, and necessarily so, where administrators contracted evaluators to measure the effects of intervention programs to regulate the behavioral practice of participants. Now, this was an outcome of a managerialist discourse at the time, and it overlooked the primacy of learning, the evaluative learning transactions of participants, and how these enabled them to bring into effect change. So this seminar explores ways in which to revise many of the ESD evaluation practices in ways that are more fully inclusive of participants and are centered on their evaluation learning struggles. So you actually need both. And unfortunately, evaluation commonly just presents as expert techniques for assessing the effect of intervention programs. Now, in our 2021 summer school on evaluation at Dufana, Hela Lotz-Sitsitka drew on Andrew Sayer to explore how we commonly treat evaluation of ESD programs as technologies of change, where the program is the technology of change. In ESD, for example, we assume that trustworthy evaluation of program impact involves a spectator view of an expert and empirical data on the effectiveness of an ESD intervention process as a technology of change. Now, in challenging this, she points out how these interventions and evaluation conventions give little attention to the real-world struggle of participants who are evaluating their conditions and learning to change what they experience commonly as unjust and unsustainable in their situation. And she concludes that evaluators developing indicators for evaluation, one often gets into a situation where we're socialized into not noticing this, not noticing the exclusion of the learning struggles of others. And we come to regard ourselves as a spectator and not as a participant. And it's this question that we want to explore in the seminar using a very simple definition that evaluation talks back to us and we listen and appreciate what is evident to inform us for reframing our continuing work towards more just and sustainable patterns of consumption and production. So the question that we're asking is, can evaluation include both the spectator view of the expert and not exclude the participant vantage points? So there's a need for a sort of balanced approach where we've got the product outcome of impact of evaluation program as a spectator, and we've got the internal processes or the integral processes of evaluative learning within a program or a process. So this is the approach that we're taking up, this challenge of a balanced view on evaluation, where experts can be invaluable along with the participants, where we're looking at evaluation of and evaluation within a process. And here are some references that you might find useful to explore how this challenge came up in evaluation. And we still have a big difference between those who favor the evaluation as empirical measurements of a program and its effects, and those who see that these effects come out of the efforts of participants and therefore call for a more balanced approach to evaluation.